The world of One Piece is filled with powerful pirate captains and organization leaders who fight for supremacy on the high seas. While all organizations, pirates included, rely on their captains the most, there is a need for other dependable people as well. Every major organization or crew in One Piece has a second in command, and this applies to the likes of the Yonko crews and even organizations such as the Revolutionary Army. Fans have seen quite a lot of powerful first commanders in One Piece over the years. However, not all of them are equal in terms of strength. Bepo is the strongest underling that Law has. While in terms of reliability, Shachi and Penguin are seen as more dependable, Bepo takes the lot when it comes to strength. Recently, fans got to see a glimpse of his powers on Winter Island, where Law ended up fighting against Blackbeard. Thanks to Chopper, Bepo was able to manifest his Sulung form during the day, and when this happened, he struck even Yonko, Blackbeard, and Burgess at the same time, knocking them both down. He might not be the strongest first commander, however, he is certainly very impressive. King Albert, better known as King the Wildfire, is one of the three right-hand men of Yonko Kaido. King is believed to be the strongest of the three and thus, the person closest to Kaido. He is of the Lunarune race and has powers that hardly anyone else in the One Piece world does. King is extremely powerful and his durability is of the highest order. He can survive in any harsh condition, and when it comes to his offensive powers, he can wipe out any veteran pirate without even showing them what he's truly capable of. King fought against Zorro in Wano and give him the toughest fight of his life so far. Kadakuri. Kadakuri is one of the three sweet commanders of the Big Mom Pirates, and certainly the strongest of the lot. He has a bounty of 1.057 billion berries on his head, which just goes to show that he is truly in a league of his own. Kadakuri is an extremely reliable pirate, even though he isn't the captain. He has powerful haki and an incredible devil fruit, however, his biggest strength is his ability to see the future. Kadakuri is extremely reliable and has only lost one find in his entire life. Zorro. Zorro is the number 2 of the Straw Hat Pirates and a sword master who aims to surpass Mihawk one day. He is a 3-sword style user and an incredibly powerful character. Over the years, he has continuously progressed in terms of strength, and currently, he is among the strongest in the One Piece world. Zorro can use all 3 types of haki, and he can manifest Conqueror's haki in its advanced form. In Wano, he ended up defeating King the Wildfire and attained a 1.111 billion berry bounty for it. Shiryu. Shiryu is the captain of the second ship of the Blackbeard Pirates and is considered to be the strongest underling that Blackbeard has. Aside from Kuzan, he was the head jailer of Impel Down once. However, after he killed those in the prison cells, he was locked in by Magellan. When Blackbeard invaded the stronghold, he was freed on the condition that he would help with the invasion. However, he decided to flip sides and join Blackbeard's crew instead. Shiryu is a master swordsman and likely a good user of haki as well. He also has the powers of the Six Uknomi, which make him invisible. While his true strength has not been seen yet, he's certainly going to be a very powerful first commander. Marco. Marco is the former right-hand man of Whitebeard and an incredibly dangerous pirate. As a user of the Tori Tori no Mi model, Phoenix, Marco is an incredibly difficult opponent for anyone to take on in combat. He possesses incredible stamina and, on top of that, has the ability to recover from any injury inflicted on him. Marco managed to fight against all 3 admirals during the Marineford War. In Wano, he took on both King and Queen at the same time in combat. He even fought against Big Mom momentarily and earned her praise. It goes without saying that Marco is among the strongest first commanders in One Piece. Beckman. Beckman is the right-hand man of Shanks and the vice captain of the Red Hair Pirates. He is extremely reliable and one of the smartest people in the entirety of the story. Beckman possesses great intellect as well as tremendous fighting ability. Previously, he took one of Kid's arms from him. Even then, his true strength has not been seen yet. However, it is believed that the Red Hair Pirates are the most balanced crew among the Yonko, so he is at a high level when compared to the other commanders seen in the story. Sabo. Sabo. Sabo is the chief of staff of the Revolutionary Army and the number 2 of Monkey D. Dragon. He was saved by Dragon when he was struck down by a celestial dragon. Since then, he was raised by the commanders of the Revolutionary Army and eventually groomed to take the position of number 2 of the Revolutionary Army itself. Sabo has made a great name for himself and even acquired the powers of the Mera Mera no Mi. He has personally been trained by Dragon in a special fighting style known as Ryusoken. What's more, Sabo's infamy surpasses even that of Dragon. He's known as the Flame Emperor, and across the world, he is seen as a god. Rayleigh. Rayleigh is one of the legendary pirates in the world of One Piece, and someone who has made a tremendous name for himself. He was the right-hand man of Gul D. Roger, and the first mate of the Roger Pirates. Known as the Dark King, it goes without saying that Rayleigh struck fear into most people of the One Piece world. His strength was legendary, and even Garp considers him to be a monstrous legend of the world. Rayleigh is a user of all 3 Haki types, and he has advanced his Conqueror's Haki and Armament Haki to the next level. In his prime, Rayleigh it was incredibly tough for anyone to take on in combat. And in other news, One Piece. Oda reveals the biggest arc in One Piece is yet to come. One Piece is an incredible series written and illustrated by Eiichiro Oda. The story follows Luffy on his journey to becoming the Pirate King, and it has, over the years, managed to captivate fans from all over the world. One Piece is truly a phenomenon today, and much of that is down to the incredible story writing of Oda. The many arcs in One Piece are believed to be special, as not only are they filled with incredible characterization and world building, but they also manage to touch the fans on a personal level. Marineford, an arc that marks the conclusion of the first part of the story, is believed to be one of the most incredible story arcs in the series. This arc certainly blew the fans away, however, according to Oda. Bigger things are still to come. The importance of Marineford. The Summit War arc marked the conclusion of the first part of One Piece. It was the culmination of several arcs that saw Luffy rush to rescue his brother, Ace. Ace was on a hunt for Blackbeard, and when the two met, he was defeated and ended up being captured and turned over to the Navy. Knowing that Ace was the son of Gul D. Roger, the Navy quickly decided on an execution date for Ace, which paved the way for the Summit War, where the Whitebeard pirates and his 43 allied ships fought against 100,000 Marines at their home, Marineford. The Summit War was a battle of massive proportions where not only did the fans get to see a Yonko in action, but they also got a glimpse of the Shichibukai. The admirals as well as some powerful prisoners from Impel Down show up. Luffy, who was too small for all this at the time, was thrown into the midst of everything in an attempt to rescue his brother. Eventually, Ace ended up dying when he chose to sacrifice himself for Luffy, and this sparked the 2-year time skip, where Luffy and the Straw Hat Pirates decided to grow stronger. This arc has captivated fans all over the world and has a magical grasp on them due to the incredible tension, the surprises, the consequences, the heartbreaking end, and, in the end, a hope for a better tomorrow. Marineford is truly one of Oda's greatest arcs, if not the greatest. Oda's biggest arc. While Marineford is certainly incredible in nearly every way, it is certainly not the one that Oda was looking forward to the most. In fact, Oda was actually surprised at the popularity of the arc because he did not expect it to blow up as much. According to him, Marineford was just a side story that he didn't think too much about. As such, this is not an arc that he was planning to draw for years upon years. Nonetheless, Marineford was spectacular. However, what was in Oda's mind was the final saga of One Piece. For years, Oda has planned to draw the final saga, and he has crafted it with great enthusiasm. Now, the story is finally there. Marineford was just a small story to Oda, and according to him, it will look cute in comparison to what is finally going to go down and the final saga of One Piece. The final saga is well and truly uneasy, and fans have already seen glimpses of the world of One Piece turning upside down. The Straw Hats are not the only focus in the final saga, and all the major powers in the world are finally moving. Undoubtedly, the One Piece world is now growing more turbulent than ever before, and it will be interesting to see where Oda goes with it. The fact that Oda mentions that Marineford will be nothing in comparison to the final saga just goes to show that everything he has done in the story leads up to this point, and that he has meticulously planned this for a very long time. Fans should be bracing themselves for the most incredible twists and turns in the story as the legendary manga finally gets closer to its climax. Quite recently, in Jump Festa, Oda mentioned that the final saga will be like a free-for-all battle royale in 2023. This means that all the major powers will be in a fight for supremacy this year, which once again goes to show that Straw Hats won't be the only focus of the story this time around. Fans have already seen the likes of Shanks and even Buggy start to make their move. Other than them, the already established Yonko, Blackbeard, and the likes of the Revolutionary Army and the world government's strongest members have also started moving. One Piece is certainly in its most exciting phase now, and if the final saga truly ends up being what it is hyped up to be, fans are in for the greatest arc in the entirety of fiction itself. That's a wrap for this video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. We'll be back with more amazing videos very soon.